I want to do this video on relationships this time. So, I think there's this big kind of thing going around, especially in the Christian community, to a high degree, of what kind of relationship is a good relationship. What kind of relationship is one that will last and one that you actually want, both on the ends of man and woman. I think there's that thing, there's the temptation on both sides. I think the majority of the temptation for men is to want a woman for her body. And the majority of the temptation for a woman is to want a man for his wealth. They're both two ends of the same sort of problem. And the majority of the issue is not when it comes to wanting either of those things to a certain degree, but it's when it gets out of proportion of what's really important, because it really should be about the love in the relationship, the love of the other person, caring for them, natural care, generous care, the kind of care that will last and is for the other person. Because what's really, really important is the fact that relationship teaches you how to love God and your Christian community. And it's one of the most important ones, is between a man and a woman, because a man and a woman, you can't really run. Do you know what I mean? If you're staying in the relationship, so you have to come home together, you have to be with each other, so you want to learn how to care for each other truly, because the Bible says that we're supposed to stay with our spouse until we die. So you want to pick someone who is going to love you and not be bitter or cruel or mean, because those traits are not wanted to be felt by anyone. No one wants to feel that way. And the best way to avoid a cruel partner is to look for kind traits, true kind traits, and to look at what the world would call a red flag, but what we would call traits of meanness. You know, things like a selfish intent, someone who's mean, someone who's unkind, someone who's not selfless, someone who's not a giver, someone who's flip-floppy on his morals, he or she, and someone who isn't in a relationship for love. And love is kind, love is generous, and most of all, love is true. So look for truth in someone. Bye.